Well, hey folks, Fat Guy Flies RC. This is the KAVAN Pulse 2. It has a 2200 wingspan, 22 millimeter wingspan. Power glider. Let's take her out of the box, put her together. Sent to me by FPV Builds RC. FPV Builds RC up in West Babylon, New York. All right, Anthony. Hey, Anthony. I tell you, you surprised me. I knew you were going to send it to me. I just didn't know how quickly you were going to send it to me. All right. I got the green one here, which is the one I was hoping for. Nice manual. As you can see, everything is packed for bear. Okay. Everything is packed to be dropped off the back of a truck. I gotta tell you, I'm very impressed with the KAVAN product. Yes, I know you do pay a little more for the KAVAN product, but they're well engineered and good looking, good flying models. So there again, you know, you get what you pay for. All right. Nice big wing. All right, we fixed the video. All right, hopefully it'll stay fixed. Now, big wing, big old wing. Okay, and look at the workmanship here. This is absolutely beautiful. Got these nice protectors over your servos. You have hinge, but also mechanically reinforced hinges. Hinges are laminate pinch hinge with actual working hinges in there. Carbon fiber throughout the aileron. Okay. Quick connects to put on the wing. So it'll be a very easy, quick build. Love the, you know, very distinct markings. Make it good for visibility. Again, everything is nice and protected. Okay. I love that quick connect there. And the spar already in the wing, making this assembly very, very easy. Okay. KAVAN has been around for a long time. People think that they're not a new company, just they're not big in the United States. Okay. Now you will have to hook up your elevator connection. You have a quick connect for the upper wing for the wing, and then the only screws that you need are going to be to attach the elevator. Both halves of your horizontal stabilizer, otherwise known as elevator. Okay, let me break into this. Very nice, very, very nice. Anthony, I'll tell you, you know, it's like I say, you get what you pay for. And KAVAN is very much a quality model. So yes, you are going to pay more for it. Okay. And the other thing is, only at FPV Builds up in West Babylon is the only place in the United States. He's the only distributor of the KAVAN products. So, and trust me and him have talked. He makes very little money on selling these KAVAN products. He just knows that they're a good product. He wants them to have a presence here in the United States. Okay, again, you have a pinch hinge, but it is carbon fiber in there, also with actual mechanical hinges also. So you've got laminate, pinch hinge, and mechanical hinges in there. But still it's very tight, so you're going to need to work that hinge, okay? Make sure you work that hinge. Work it, work it, work it. Yeah. That's one of the reasons why, as far as him trying to make it, and I'm not trying to toot my own horn or anything like this. It's just that I've told him before, and I stick to it, Yes, I'm an affiliate, so I'll give you an affiliate link to buy this plane. If you wish to buy it, understand I have an agreement with him. I mean, it's like he pays like I think like 8 or 9% commission on the sales. I have him just keep it. I have him keep it. I said, and then every so often when you got an excess of planes or you want to sell a plane, send me a plane. And that's our agreement. I'm just telling you that right now. I don't keep the commissions. So I'd rather try to help him out, promote his, look at that ball link right there. Nice metal ball link. Nice hinge. Very nice, very nice. This is meant for stability and longevity here, okay? Now we have, looks like a belly skid that we'll probably have to glue on. That's the carbon fiber spar for the elevator, okay? Now this is some sort of a skid plate I'm going to think for the belly, okay? Oh, there's 2 of them. I'm wondering if we have to trim that off. But there's 2 of those. All right. And then we have the main event. And that green is very, very bright green. I like the way that looks. Nice folding prop. Okay. Okay, you stay over there. Very nice. You got cooling there. All right. Big battery bay. You're going to put like a 2400 up to a 3000 4S in this thing. XT60 connector. Okay. Nice hardwood tray. And KAVAN's got really good straps here, battery straps. Everything's labeled for your convenience. So that's very nice. You got elevator flap, ESC, aileron, and rudder. So everything's labeled. I'll be using an XT60 receiver for this. Okay. Oh yeah. Look at those metal. The receiving points for these planes. Alrighty. It's a good sized model. And the ribbons that are hanging out, you're just going to plug them in and see how those teeth are. You're going to plug them teeth in there and pop that wing in, put that bolt through there, and that's going to be it. All right, let me get everything together, and we'll be right back, and we'll put this model together. Hello. All right, we're back. All right, let's go ahead and start putting this model together. Start with the tail assembly. Okay, as you can see, hole here, hard points there. Same thing on the other side. All right, so let's go ahead and since the elevator servo's on that side, take the side that doesn't have the connection for the elevator, slide this into place right here. See how those 2 holes are there? See that right there? Okay, FBI calls that a clue. Put your spar in. Has a stopping point. Okay. White side down. Everything's pretty tight. But what have I said many, many times? A tight-fitting model is a happy model. Okay. Fit in there like that. You'll need a 2mm hex drive, and you're going to get 1 extra screw. Okay. See, I'm putting that in there and I can't see it. Let me get this where I can see what I'm doing too. Has a very obvious stopping point. I love it. This green, you look on this film, this green color, the film's not going to do it justice how bright this green is. Okay? Now, you're going to take your other spar, the decal side up, or your other half of your elevator, fit that through where the carbon spar goes. Hold the bottom of the other half with your hand. Okay. Work it on there. Remember, you're going to line up the two halves of your elevator. Might have to fight with it just a little bit. All right. Okay. Make sure that's perfectly level there, and that way you know you're seated. Okay. And then go ahead and join the other half there. I like to keep my hand underneath to support it. Okay. Like I said, it has a little bit of a stopping out point. Just go, when that's nice and flush right there, stop. Okay, you don't need to go any further. It fits in there nice and tight. It's not intended to come back off. Well, you can, but as you can see, it's a very simple assembly. Okay. Nice and tight, nice and flush. Okay. And that is on there. That's not coming off of there. And that's joined. All right. Now, so that I don't lose it, what I want to do, see, there's my elevator connection. There's my ball link. I want to go ahead, put that in the outer hole because I want the most amount of throw out of my elevator. I'm going to fish that Z-bend through there. And I'm going to just kind of lay that right there, okay? Because I'm not going to hook it up just yet, not till I get it bound. But it looks like in the position there, it would have been level. All right, so let's just leave that alone for now. That fits in there tight enough, that's not going to go anywhere. Okay, see what we have here? We have our two places where the wing joins, the spar goes, and there's that quick connect. See with them teeth on there? Okay, all right. So let me show you how this is done with one wing at this angle here. Make sure you grab the correct wing. Makes it a lot easier. All right. See how that quick connect is there? See them teeth right there? Okay. I'm going to fish this particular wing, I guess this would be the left wing, is going to fit in the front hole. There's only one way to do this. Okay. All right. I'll pull it back out. You have just enough room to hook that quick connect up. Remember, the teeth, it only fits one way in them quick connect wire connections. The teeth fit in there, and that fits in there nice and tight. And that's going to go in that front hole and fit in flush like that. Turn the model over. Okay. Let that rest on my... All right, we got the same situation on this side. Okay. I'm going to grab my quick connect that's hanging here. Find them teeth right there. Okay. And I'm just going to follow the pattern there. The other holes, this is going to be in the back of the rear one. Like I say, it only fit one way. Okay, make sure everything's nice and flush and even. Holding the model together. I'm going to pick the model back up. I mean, it fits in there by friction pretty well. So, it's not like holding it in there for forever. Okay, see like that wing kind of slid out some a little bit there? Right there. Put it back in there. Okay, now you're going to grab this key. Okay, take a look. What you're wanting to see, if you look down that channel there, that hole, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it or not, but I can kind of make out the hole that this is supposed to fit into. All right, this is going to go through both halves of the wing, and it's going to screw into place. And it's actually, those pieces of the wing are fitting together like that, and then the screw is going through both halves. Okay, so this, you can't get this wrong. Now the back half of the wing should snap in. There, I just felt them snap in. I don't know if you heard it or not, but those just snapped in. That snaps in, it's obvious. Okay. Here, let me pull that back out, because this is meant to come apart. Okay, now, all right, that you can feel it pop into place. Okay. This should be nice and even back here. Everything should be nice and in. And then this should simply screw into place, joining both of those wing halves together. Nice and snug. All right, now I want to show you something. Okay, this camera here, okay, I'm pulling on the wing. That side's not wanting to come out, and I'm pulling this way and this way, trying to see it separate. And it's not wanting to separate. That sucker is in there. Okay, now put your hatch, nice strong magnetic hatch back on there. That's in place. And folks, there you go. That is the KAVAN Pulse 2 2.2 meter wingspan power aerobatic glider. Now, as far as these wings, these skids that I was talking to you about, sorry, I get my head in your face. I'm back of my head in your face. There is nothing in the instructions on these. They're not even mentioned in the part list. And the only way they can't fit, they obviously are skid plates, optional skid plates, but it looks like you would cut them out at these areas here because the rest of this wouldn't fit correctly. So, and then this half, you'd be cutting out the perforation here and gluing it at the back half and then the front half. But I don't see any instructions. I don't see anything about it. I don't see a picture of it on the box. It's not shown, so I don't know. I guess it's just optional. So, alrighty. So I'm not going to worry about installing them. I always can later if I want to. And the receiver that I'll be putting into this model will be an AR620 antenna's receiver. And I'm going to be placing it. Let's go ahead and show you where I'm going to place it. Okay, this is all going to be the battery bay. And since it doesn't matter where you place this as far as like antenna, I'm basically going to be melting it right here on the side, right there. Okay, or somewhere where the wires don't get in the way. And while we're here, we'll go ahead, and in KAVAN, they use, or KAVAN, they use the word ESC. When they say ESC, that's what they mean for throttle. So for Spectrum, that's going to go into channel 1. Okay. Okay. And then the next one will be aileron, which is always going to be channel 2. And Spectrum 3 will always be elevator. Okay. 4 will always be rudder. Okay, with Spectrum now. Channel 5 would always be retracts in Spectrum, but we don't have retracts, so channel 6 or aux 1 will be flap. Okay, so let's, and there you go. Okay, and remember with Spectrum, with almost every, there's one Spectrum receiver it doesn't apply to, but all your normal Spectrum receivers, the white signal wire or the yellow signal wire always going towards the top of the receiver, and the top of the receiver has always got the label on it. Okay, so I'm just going to put this there. This thing does have signal reversing for the ESC, but obviously I'm not going to be using that. And I'm just going to take this, tuck that out of the way, and put that down there somewhere where it's out of the way, and mount it, probably mount it right there. I'll probably mount that right there. Nice clean install. Got access to my XT60, and we'll call that a day. So, alrighty. Well, there you go, folks. Thank you so much for watching. That is the basic assembly and unboxing of the KAVAN Pulse 2 from FPV Builds and Tech. FPV Builds RC up in West Babylon, New York. Anthony, thank you so much for sending out the plane for review. Now, here it is, early Friday morning. I got to work all weekend. Hopefully by Tuesday, camera pressures will be available, so we'll be able to get a maiden for it. And the only other thing I may do is I might give it a clear coat. I don't know. This is awfully bright. I probably don't really need it. But I'll give a clear coat maybe just for, just to make it a little shinier. And protect the foam, of course. All right, well, there you go, folks. Y'all have a good one. God bless y'all. Don't forget, say family and friends. And then KAVAN Power Gliders. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.